Let's go. Without Warning New York, we back with another podcast. Crazy guest once again. Introduce yourself, bro.
Hey, man, I go by the big Geechee guy, man. ASAP Rocky from Newark NJ. It is a pleasure to be on here, man. Without Warning, man, I appreciate you guys for having me.
Hey, thank you, bro.
Man, of course.
So first off, like, we in a sick location right now. Tell us where we're at.
We're in the Fortress of Solitude, man, in Newark, New Jersey, downtown.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to this comic book store, well, one on rap limit, so we're going to get into that, but so I can fit the aesthetic it's on there and live back on. But I love comic books, bro. My school was like, my high school was like one street up, so I used to come here like all the time after school and type shit.
Damn.
So yeah.
Yeah, so like,
Often.
so this would just be a spot like regular everyday shit. You would murder yourself in after school.
Yeah, me and my homies and shit, me and my niggas would come to the shit, blaze, high as fuck, come to the shit.
Yeah.
Come read a couple comic books and stuff.
That's fire. You were big into like comics too, as in reading and just like movies, everything.
All of them, like all mediums, games. I'll be watching podcasts about this shit, reviews. I'll be deep into this shit. Like with music and sneakers, I probably say those three things for the most important.
Yeah.
What was sneakers like then? Like, was it like in high school, like just getting fly shit? Like you had to have just like fresh.
I just had to get fly. No cap. For me, it was my older brothers would always just have new sneakers and shit like that. So I was like, how? You feel me? That doesn't matter, but I just wanted to be like them in every way. So I'm like, the best way I could be like them, and for them to say like, I love my little brother the best way is just to be fresh as hell. So that's just where we come from. So I just love sneakers, Jordans, certain Adidas, New Balances. I got no fans right now, so.
Were people getting like the family facts and shit like that? Like if the Bread 11s dropped the entire family?
Nah.
Everybody?
And then from the churches, we never had that shit. I wish that would have been amazing. I love out them out. I wish.
So what was really getting fly like? Like you went to a public school, I assume then?
Yeah, no. I went to a charter school, to be quite honest.
You in a uniform?
Yeah, I never really wore a uniform, though.
So this is I had to go crazy.
Yeah, for sure. So you had to have one some fire.
And belts?
Yeah, we was skating though. We was motherfucking skating. So like a lot of times I had on Vans, but like I had sneakers in my locker. So like I wanted to change them, I just changed them bitches and shit like that. But we was skating and shit.
Yeah. So what like the comic book shit is dope because I mean like I guess you might as well hop into the label and stuff like that too. Like being rap villains, is that like that obviously I feel like had to come from like some type of love and shit like this.
Hell yeah. So rap villain definitely came from just loving comic books and shit. So we just big ass nerds, I guess, like putting noise, bro. I'm from the churches, so back when we was kids, I guess everybody wasn't talking about it that much or whatever, so it's not as big as it was, like, as it is today, but, yeah, I was just always into that shit, and we just felt like you were aggressive, like, you want to take shit over, so, like, villains do that shit, but I also think, in a weird way, you feel me, you could understand the villain, though you might not do what the nigga do either, like, you could probably understand certain villains' morals and why they want to, like, do what they do, so I just feel like it was a good, like, way to flip it, and, rap hero did not sound cool.
Yeah, that's fire though. I'm definitely like, I'm not super big into like comics and like superhero shit, but I'm big into like crime movies and like mob shit and shit like that. So it's kind of similar thing of like the anti-hero, which is
no doubt. Tony Montana ass nigga.
All right,
so regular question as well. Just like so you grew up around here, like in general. Yeah. Is it Newark or Newark? I feel like a lot of people in the U.S. say Newark, but like everybody that I've talked to, and even like people in like battle rap and stuff like that, say Newark.
Why do I not know? Hey yo, I say Newark. Is it Newark? Like, I say Newark.
Yeah.
I'm from Newark, and I say Newark.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, cause like, but like when people in New York City or like anybody that grew up like outside of the area, when they look at the city, they're like, it's Newark.
Yeah, I feel like we say the new hard as hell, like how people say like New York.
Yeah, we always say, nah, we don't do that shit. New York, every little word, so it's fun. This is Newark.
Y'all have never heard that? Like, Romano say Newark?
Yeah. So I've been on to New York all the time, so like, a lot of girls be like, I'm from New York, and I'll be like, Newark.
Yeah, like it's one syllable.
Yeah, type shit, just one, Newark. You feel me?
So I've been in a battle rap like that because when I think of Newark and just in general, like Jersey, my first thing like that comes to my head is like, yeah, Sue Surf, Arsenal, who else? Shotgun Shove, people like that. Like, was that like shit that was just like you would listen to growing up? Was that like a big thing?
We had to. I mean, it was kind of like, well, they are still, but they were kind of like our celebrities. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like Sue over here hanging with like real industry niggas and shit. So it's like that was the closest thing to us. But coming home from school, yeah, watching ROL had to be a must. You know what I'm saying? Just I think we aggressive, like New York, they're aggressive, so we're aggressive too. But like, I just like watching people disrespect each other on the stage. Like, yeah, that shit is incredible potential. So, and I think Jersey niggas do that shit the best for real.
Yeah, were they like out and about in Newark like that, or was it like once they got big, they were like around the city here and there, or like did you see them growing up?
I seen Sue Surf hella tall growing up. I ain't gonna lie, I got a funny ass story. This probably gonna be like my second time telling it. Hey Sue, you in? Look, hey. So high school, right? I seen Sue Surf in high school. I had to be like 10th grade or some shit. Like I live in the West Ward, and he was in the West Ward and shit. So I was like a little kid. So I was a little nervous. I was a little anxious, but I made music still. Probably like I started making music like 9th grade summer. So like this is like 10th grade. So like I feel like I'm hot shit. I'm like, yo, so I make music, bro. Like check me out, bro. Like I'm fine. Like yo, I got you, little bro. I'll be right back in the singer. Like I waited probably like a second, another second before. A couple more seconds till it was about like 30 minutes, and that nigga never came back. 30, 40 minutes. One of these niggas was with me. I swear this is not cap. And I was like, damn, like what the fuck? I never seen Sue like after that, but I seen him probably like 3 or 4 times before that. For like,
Yeah, I mean,
Sue like crazy.
yeah, I mean, for me too, like was like super big into battle growing up. He was like top dog, and or some of the few people. So like I could only imagine like how people were really watching those rap battles like that, like bar for bar. Were they like actually held here, or were they like I know they were held in like big cities across the country and shit like that. But like I feel like because like probably like 3 of the top like 5 or 10 battle rappers in general are all from Newark. So it's like where. Like, was it, like, getting started in the streets here? Like, people just disrespecting people with battle rapping in general? Or was it just, like, a thing where people were like, we're going to just, like, get a venue and do it like this?
I think some Surf had a couple of matches in Jersey. I know he had some shits in Elizabeth and shit like that. I'm not that first in that world to know if, like, niggas was doing that shit on the corner. Like, but I believe that. Like, I think niggas was doing that shit on the corner for real. But I know there's been shows and shit like that, but it's not Austin. It's not, like, super like smack URL events is all is here and shit like that, but there's a lot of underground shits and shit. Like my OG and my manager and shit, he got a couple homies that battle rap and shit like that. So I know it's like some underground things.
Yeah. So you mentioned you started rapping in 9th grade.
Yeah.
When was that kind of just like what kind of influenced you to start doing that? Or were you just on your own way?
I always wanted to kind of make music. I wanted to be I wanted to work for Pixar as an animation designer. I wanted to be a rapper or a pilot, so whatever the fuck was gonna happen. But Halloween was a homie that I knew at school had his cousin, some baby, sister, homie, friend, just how niggas know niggas and that had a studio or shit like that. Before this, I always thought like in some weird way you'd be on some Justin Bieber shit on a corner rapping like a nigga discovered you or some shit and then be out of here. But that didn't happen. So I'm in the studio and shit, and I understand, okay, you do pictures, you deliver shit, you feel me, ad-libs, things of that nature. He made a song, feel me, shout out my brother Bobcat, he was there too. Went to school next day, put it on SoundCloud. I think that shit was like, I forgot what the fuck it was called, like How You Mad or like some shit. I forgot, but dropped that shit, everybody in my school was fucking with it, and I just felt like, all right, cool, I really like that film. I was like that.
What was your first shit like sounding like? Like if you had to try to relate it to like any artist out there at the time, like was there any like major influences like that, or were you really just like felt like you had your own shit going on?
Well, I think I was weird as hell, but I ain't gonna lie. I think to me, I think when you first start music, you always gonna sound like somebody. I say like I was something like a mixture like Wiz and like Big Sean, like, in a way. Like you think I'm tripping, but like from you go back to that time.
That's fine. What time was this? 2013, 14, yeah, so we about the same age, yeah, Will was going crazy, Big Sean at that time, too.
Exactly, so I was starting to listen to them niggas heavy and shit like that, so I could say I was unconsciously sounding like that nigga, or them two niggas, you feel me, like, and I had to change that shit up after a while. I stopped listening to niggas, like, probably like a year in, like, stopped listening to new shit and all of that shit, just for a little while, so I could just figure out where the fuck I'm looking.
Yeah, I feel like that's important as a music artist in general. Like even as someone that like works in media shit like that, like I don't watch other people's shit. Like I don't listen to other people's podcasts really. I feel like I learned that from Lil Wayne, but like just me personally, I feel like I have to lock in on my shit, and I feel like that's kind of the same for artists in general. Like I feel like a lot of people can just get caught up on like what the next person's doing, and it's like that's not really gonna get you places. Like you could learn from certain things about people's game, but like it's never gonna be like you're just gonna learn more by just doing your own shit.
Yeah, no bullshit. Finding your own way, I think is always the best way. Just staying original with showing that short either.
Was it a lot of people rapping in your school too, or was that something like that made you stand out?
Nah, it wasn't actually until like I feel like I started doing that shit for real. in my older family, but we did have a couple rappers in my school, a couple. And then I would say like everybody think they can rap. You feel me? Like everybody think they can rap. Everybody think they can fight, play ball, and be middle ass kids and shit like that. But like, you know, the nigga that could shoot the hoop and that shit nice. He got great ass form. It's like damn. But then you know the little nigga that's like at the court when everybody leaves, like still trying to get his shit right and shit. So I would say, yeah, like there was a lot of rappers, but it wasn't nobody that was really trying to figure out, all right, what do I think Cash is up on a song? So I think that's kind of where everything's like different when niggas took me more serious. And so,
Was it like was there more of a local scene around here, or was it always just trying to like, I'm trying to get my shit out of here into like a bigger audience off rip? Or is it like more of a local music scene and people really like give the area credit for?
I think the last thing you said for sure is definitely a music scene that we don't get credit for, but I think in my old twisted way, man, I think every artist wants to just start getting lit where they're from and is have their city show them love and appreciation, so wanting to do a local scene. But I think New Jersey just wasn't, we're getting there, but when I definitely was in high school and shit like that, I think that we wasn't where I believe New York is in a climate of people wanting to go like find new artists. Like, we were just always like dancing having for real. Like the dance that I love. So all the dancers for shit, he going crazy. If I could dance, I'll never stop. But it wasn't really a scene for like rappers. Like nobody was trying to like throw like showcases or
I feel like the biggest thing is support in general. Like we grew up in Albany, upstate, and there's a lot of talent there. There's a lot of people trying to make music, but there's just nobody actually trying to like support and like on like a bigger level, like putting on shows, going to shows, promoting shit and doing shit like that. Like there was just no like actual people put in place to like help artists like that. So like I feel like some of that they just gravitate to New York City because it's the biggest market to go to.
It is, and literally, bro, it is. It's like people just want to find a new nigga out there. Like, so like, all right, cool. I'm from Jersey, so it may be whatever kind of thing, but like majority of the time, bro, it's straight love, bro. Like if I do a show out there, it's straight love. Like if people are looking for somebody that's dope, like, and that's not to say that's not here. It is here too. You feel me? There's a lot of people that want to see that, but there's also just like not the, dog, we don't even got like that many venues. Like, y'all got so many fucking venues that you just do anything at, and something like we don't have them. You know what I'm saying? We got like the World Mine and a couple places, but it's like you just gotta grow. I think like you just gotta grow. But I think we kissing up, bro. Everybody fucking with Jersey Club, bro. So it's like I think make all
facts. So before Jersey Club, you mentioned like even when you were starting rapping, one thing that would get songs lit is people dancing to them. Well, it's like what were people dancing to in Jersey before like Jersey Club really took hold? Was it just like regular hip hop or some other shit?
I'll say probably like, in my knowledge, I think it's probably like regular hip hop or house music. So like I forgot the lady's name, but y'all know like the house music, the synths and all that shit, you know, and part of Newark NJ. So I think that's what we was probably rocking with, as far as I know.
That's fire, because we were talking about like Jersey Club earlier too, and I always kind of pictured it as like kind of like a mix between like house and drill. Like you're taking like those two underground scenes, in terms of like you're taking like dance music, but just like giving it like a little bit more emotion behind it, lyrics behind it,
for sure. And the sample heavy most of the time the sample.
I don't know. I think that's the most lit genre right now, honestly.
It is, for sure, without a question.
Like, I mean, it's definitely taking over the New York scene for sure. Like, I feel like a lot of people, like, are still, like, it's definitely, like, you still put in the genre in Jersey Club, but a lot of people are still taking, like, small inspiration from melodic artists, like, from New York, like AWGE, The Prince, and stuff like that as well, and, like, continuing to merge it. But I do think the one thing that just is, like, overwhelming is the beats. Like, the audience right now is loving those beats because it's not someone like super new, because it's still technically hip hop, even though it takes a lot of shit.
It's so much ass shit, and we all love a little ass shit.
That's a thing, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like Drake talked about that as well. Like, if you make music that make women move, everybody's gonna love it. It's a fact.
Yeah, no bullshit. Telling we love the women, we understand me. Y'all changing the world. I swear to God, no cap.
Yeah. So do you feel like when you're making music in general, was the idea to always like you would still obviously want to make like music that everybody can digest, not just like a hard super male audience? 'Cause I feel like people get that twisted, like for people that like are coming out from areas like you did, or even in New York in general, like they're trying to make music for like the hood dudes that just like went through it. But it's like there are people trying to do that, but in general, like a lot of people are trying to hit all demographics and like get women to dance their shit and everything like that.
So for me, yeah, I think when I was younger, so I'll tell you about me now, and younger, I was like just trying to be like, I want to get everyone to like me, and I was the worst thing ever. Everyone's like, oh, like me type shit, and that's okay. I didn't know what I wanted my audience to be. I just wanted to fucking like hop on shit from boom bap to trap to things for the women to whatever me and my guys was fucking with, just mainly trying to figure it out type shit. Now I feel like most of my supporters are women. I have a lot of loyal dudes that come fuck with me and they come stay. Shout out to them niggas. But then I also see that there's a lot of dudes that come because of women. Like, so I be mostly speaking to the women. Also, I'm from the hood, but I be chilling, bro. Like, me and my niggas be chilling. So we really just strictly on music. We're really just strictly trying to do what we gotta do to get up out of the hood. So it's like, I wouldn't facade anything and try to be like, act like somebody I'm not, or try to make music for that crowd. I just think they don't fuck with me because I've been through shit too. Like, I got pain. Like, so I think everybody can fuck with pain and relate to pain. But other than that, I love women, bro. So it's like, that's what I want to see at my shows. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah. So on that note, though, the new album, I Hate That You Love Me.
yeah.
How'd you even come up with a name for that? Because most artists say some shit like, I hate that I love you.
Yeah, that's super. So, no funny shit, nigga. Just come from what I feel like my love life is. So trying to like, not in a super over toxic way, literally just in a way of trying to balance so much and then, having to prioritize things in my life, and a relationship might not be one of those things, because I'm trying to focus on elevating and getting out of here.
Yeah.
So it's yo, I love that he has his head on straight. I love that this nigga is a hustler. I love that he really wants to do what he has to do. Then I hate that you have no time for me, or I hate that we can't go do this because I'm trying to do this, or blah, blah, blah. And that's not always the case, but I know women deserve a lot of attention, and I feel like sometimes I'm not able to give.
I feel like I just said some shit like that too a couple months ago.
Yeah.
About getting a relationship, just in general, because it's like I spend a lot of my time on like just like work and still trying to grow our platform and shit like that in general, and it doesn't leave me a lot of free time for anything. I'm a bad texter, shit like that too. But in general, a relationship,
Talk about it.
bro. But a relationship is a lot of time
Yeah.
that you have to invest.
That's a lot.
Well, shout out to you. You feel me? Like, one day I want to be like you. You feel me? But like, right now I just feel like I don't worry. Like, yeah, it's a lot of work and shit like that. But I know it's definitely worth it.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of great experience.
Yes, this is so.
Yeah, that's the big thing. There's a lot of time. That's why I was really fucking with like a lot of the songs of the album, because I feel like not only do like women like shit like that love the beats, but I feel like a lot of them might gravitate to you because of the emotion you put into the tracks and like how relatable the lyrics are. Do you also feel like that?
Yeah, I do. I think that I feel like the lyrics are gonna hit people hard because I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to say how I feel. So I think that usually resonates with people the most. Like, and you just are being vulnerable. So I think the lyrics are gonna be a reason why people fuck with this shit. Like I do. Yeah.
So how long have you kind of been wanting to drop a project? Like, I've seen you've been like just doing singles and shit like that, which is like what a lot of people are doing, and it's like it's what a strategy to do. But like, what made you want to like drop a project?
To be honest, I dropped 2 projects before this project. Well, it was a deluxe. So I dropped a project called Apollo Boy, and I love that project. And I just been dropping singles, just trying to like, for me, build a hype or just keep a consistency with staying in people's spaces. I know that's the most important thing. Like, I feel so that's what I try my best to do. But I just had a lot of songs that I really like, and then I had a concept that I feel like came in my head, like Hate That You Love Me, and I felt like right now, his name's gonna try to take my plan, but it's too late. I'm already working on it. So like, I feel like not a lot of people, like you said, are trying to attack women, especially not where I'm from. So like, a lot of people are trying to attack a different demographic that you said earlier, you feel me? So I'm just trying to be different by doing what I feel like is me. And so talking to the women and giving people a different feel, or having things that I feel like you're able to listen to or be able to sing to your children, or you be able to listen to or sing to yourself, you feel me? Is a good way to go about that shit. So I just wanted to put a piece together that was like, all right, cool, I can find this kid, and I can listen to a patch of what he's trying to create right now for him. So I guess that makes sense or something, you know?
Facts. I feel like that's just like a great strategy, and one that a lot of people should just take more. Like, we work in social media too, and like statistically, there's more women on Instagram and TikTok than men in general too. So if you're even trying to market your music in general, you're already going towards the lesser majority. You're trying to make the hardest music out there. And in general, like, if you're really trying to make the hardest music out there, a lot of people really aren't the hardest dude ever, as the truth.
I also think it's just a big thing is just the club play too. Like, if you want to get played at a function, it doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Yeah, that's where people make
Steering the hose, as they say.
Yeah.
That's what we say. Yeah, niggas be really staring the holes. That shit is like critical. Like Friday night, Friday the 13th, niggas be staring the holes. So we're trying to stay away from that in every sense of staying away from that. You feel me?
Yeah, that's like the best approach for it too. And I feel like that's also where people make the most memories in general. Like, is like when you think of like, or when I think of some of my favorite songs from like high school, college, and shit like that, it's just all shit that was at like pre-games parties, like fun nights, shit like that. Like that's the music that people generally make memories to, and that's like how you could to really connect with the artists that you like. So I feel like that's just like where the like scene is going, and that's why Jersey specifically is on like a huge wave right now with the club shit, because they're like heavily on top of that shit.
Where we're coming, bro. I just want more Jersey artists for keep it a buck. I just need more Jersey artists to get recognition for that shit. Like, look, I love Lil Uzi, look, I love the baby, but what the fuck is ball? Feel me? Like, that needs to be more Jersey artists getting played for that shit. You feel me? Like, that's what the fuck I want to see, no cap.
That was a question.
That's funny you brought that up. Yeah, I was gonna ask that specifically. Like, you see like Uzi get on a song like Bad Bunny, or like I Just Want to Rock being like the biggest Jersey club song ever.
Some shit.
You know what I mean?
I hate it, and I love it. All right, look, but it's mostly hate. Let me talk about the love first, all right? Because it is by a producer that is from New Jersey. It's a back. So MC Vert, shout out MC Vert for he's a young nigga, he's going crazy. So like, that is why I love it. That is hard. But while I feel like I don't fuck with this shit for real, it's like I said, I feel like, why is it a bunch of niggas that's not from Jersey, like, getting the most recognition off of wild beats? I just want people to pay attention. It's just 2 and 2. It's a Jersey club beat. Hey, let me go see some Jersey artists real fast. I guarantee you that's gonna change your life, nigga. I swear to God. So yeah.
Yeah, that was the biggest question that like I feel like a lot of people have right now is that like, cause I feel like it's very easy for like artists, especially now, to trend hop on like random shit. So like, what's gonna be the differentiator, or like you think for a lot of Jersey artists? Like, I feel like people just have to rep Jersey a little bit more than they kind of do now. Like, not try to like combine themselves with New York, but like, cause I think New York by itself is gonna end up like absorbing the sound anyway, and that's where it's gonna get played.
For sure. So I think what you said is exactly right. We just gotta like let that wild for the side and just stand out as us and rep Jersey so to the fullest for real. So that's what I plan on doing. You feel me? Like, I know where I'm from.
So when did Jersey club like really like in Europe, like eyes really start to be popping, like even on an underground level? Like now it's like the biggest genre around New York and Jersey, but like what like time period did it really start to like gain ground, or did you like first hear about it?
It's still like out the womb, bro. So no cat. It's from Jersey, but I say like middle school. It was like you had to know a nigga. Like, it wasn't on into this shit. Like, you had to know a nigga that knew a nigga how to make a club beat, how to take a song that was on the radio, make it to a club beat. So, fuck, like, for me, like 07, and it's like, bro, fuck, what?
Did it start by people just sampling radio hits and shit like that then?
Yeah, like just like the biggest songs that was out, and then I'm just like feeling like Lollipop or some shit. She wanted to let them, you're not some shit like that. So it should be some shit like that.
That's funny when I think about it. Like, the first Jersey songs I heard, I can't remember. It's definitely remixes.
Yeah, this is remixes and shit. Just be hard. We just like
even Middle Flick of We Are Young remix. Like, remember that shit? Like,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it's like yeah, for sure. So hell yeah.
everyone's doing like that. This dance.
Type shit, hell yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like it got really big around like 2021, like really big, like on a mainstream level. All the music videos are going crazy on YouTube. But like, it's been a thing for a very long time. And I don't think people really like realized that when they were like first getting into the genre. And like, I just like, I'm interested in the sample, like, because we're super interested in production and shit like that. Like, why do you think the whole sampling thing was just a giant thing? Is it because like people were used to like that type of music's already like been in their ears before, so they already like kind of know it?
Yeah, for sure. I think nostalgia and just knowing the song is just the best thing. So I think it was like, all right, cool. So it's club songs that's just beats. I mean, or it's club songs that like the producer has said something about like a girl to say some shit or like whatever, like, but the biggest ones are ones that are songs you know for because you probably gonna hear it, right? Like on like a drill song, you're gonna hear it, probably gonna hit a hook or something. You think it's the regular song, so you already singing it, you drunk, you have no idea, and then you oh my god, so it start making you just feel something different and shit like that. But yeah, it's like it's just to catch people, man. It's all like it's a market and shit, man. If you know the song already, we got you.
So are those producers like are in general like I feel like that's also a thing like a lot of DJs are picking up and biting or kind of now. Like is that like because in New York there's a huge DJ scene like ridiculously big. Like there's honestly too many DJs for sure in general too. Like is that still something like DJs also do around here in general? Like just not just like playing Jersey shit, but just like doing remixes and shit like that.
Yeah, it's not all right. So it's a few that I think get a lot of recognition for it. So like it's like pillars. So it's like a couple niggas that you know for real. But yeah, I think every DJ damn near do that shit. Like it's like embedded in us for so it's like I think how New York was on some like boom bap shit at the time. Like you feel me? Like that was y'all type shit for real. That's us. So it's like if you are producing and DJing, 9 times out of 10 you probably done chop some shit up for some club shit, like, because that's what people want to hear for.
Yeah. I want to bring about it some other Jersey because another artist that I really think of when I think of Jersey is like how big Fetty Wap was in like 2015. Was that because I mean Patterson isn't that far from here?
Wow.
Like was that like something that like affected people here as well? Like people saw how big that was.
Hell yeah, we saw how big that was. I think it was right here, bro. We saw those songs with Drake and shit. That shit was crazy. And it really, for me, it came out of nowhere. Like, it came out of nowhere for real. But I feel like you heard that shit before a lot of other people, you know what I mean? But when everybody probably embraced that shit, it's probably on me was like, oh, all right, cool. Like, that's, this nigga not playing for real. He was some shit for real.
Was there like a wave that was similar to the music he was making before that? Or was he just like on some different shit as well?
I'll say to me, nah, I ain't had no shit like that. I ain't had nobody like Fetty and Fetty. To me, that's if you write dream function.
There was no, I mean, he shook the radio out too.
Yeah, baby, nah, I was not around here doing no shit like that. Nah, he was on his shit forever, so I fake.
So do you think like while I brought that up, I would just want to like see your thoughts on like where you think the potential of like Jersey building kind of go. Like, do you think there's like artists in the game that could really get like potential like that to really start like actually doing top 10s, number ones, and shit like that? Because it seems like that's just generally there's very few genres that have grown as fast as this one has in the past like 2 years.
Yeah, I really got a lot of faith in this shit. I think if niggas gonna be all cornbally and put a whole bunch of corn over it on the radio and shit, I really think that it's infectious as fuck, bro. Like it's like we said, you're gonna move. Like you're gonna move. You wanna tap your foot if you don't wanna dance. Yeah, someone's gonna rock their hips or whatever. You feel me? Like some ass is gonna shake, just something. So I think it could definitely break the top 10 in my opinion. Yeah.
What type of shit were you hearing growing up, like in the neighborhood or in your house? ODs were playing, your moms, anything like that?
Shit, niggas was fucking with 50. No cap, that nigga was crazy, you feel me? No bullshit. They was playing that another. My mom was fucking with people like Neo, so Beyonce. My grandma loved Anita Baker. She loved gospel music, so Kurt Franklin. What was I listening to? I was fucking with Lil Wayne heavy as a kid. I was fucking with Wayne at the same time. He was my favorite rapper. T.I. I fuck with T.I. on some like weird ass space thing shit. That shit was crazy though, lady. Yeah. T.I. was, that's so crazy.
I grew up on Lil Wayne too. That was like always my favorite artist. I feel like anybody that's generally like making music now or working around music had to grow up around Lil Wayne. He was just absolutely dominant.
I think we all, like you said, we all same age. So look, it was all a point in time. I swear to God, he was all there. I don't care what you say. He was living through it in the Matrix. Even if it was for a night, where we all had Lil Wayne as our favorite rapper. Everybody. For a second, even if it was for one song, I'm telling you, everybody for a second that I've ever met in my life was like, that's around our age. That's around our age and shit. Yeah, all the wings on my favorite rappers too, and shit like that. Yeah, that's crazy. So I know we was all there in the Matrix, nigga. I was there with no cat.
Yeah, we always used to argue. Yeah, like we always used to argue about like who was better, like Kanye or Lil Wayne. I was always like a big Lil Wayne person, personally, just because that's like what I listen to. I think just like replay value in total. Nah,
yeah.
They just gotta.
I probably listen to
The
more.
catalog is just different.
Yeah,
But-
hey, replay value. Oh my god.
If I had to pick one of them to just spit a verse right now, that's gonna be fire, then it's Wayne. But if you said letting them take their time making a project,
Yeah, I mean, like, it depends what you kind of want. Like, honestly, I probably listen to more Lil Wayne than Kanye. And I kind of think it's weird when people are like Kendrick Lamar's my favorite rapper. But, like, when you look at the music they play, it's not Kendrick Lamar. It's, like, Lil Uzi, Playboi Carti, and shit like that. Like, I feel like you actually have to, like, stand on the music you listen to and say that's, like, your favorite shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I listen to a lot of Kanye, but I listen to way more Lil Wayne. Like, I listen to, like, the most, like, honestly, now I listen to a lot of Cash, Carti, and honestly, probably, like, Lil Wayne. Like, I listen to those artists right now a little bit more than I like Kanye, but I've always liked Wayne more.
Listening to Wayne now. Like,
Yeah, I listen to Wayne all the time.
oh Wayne.
No, I probably listen to, like, the Carter 3 and 4, like, probably every single day still. Like, just different tracks. Sorry for the wait. Like, if I go back in, like, those playlists, I'll listen to those. And since, No Ceilings has been on streaming platforms, I've been listening to that shit a ton. But, like, and when I listen to Kanye, I only really listen to, like, I love every Kanye album, but I probably just listen to, like, 808s or, like, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Past.
That's much of it. Or much of it.
Yeah, so, like, what was your favorite Kanye shit? I feel like everyone has, like, different opinions on that shit.
Dark Twisted Fantasy, where that shit sound like I just sat down and watched the movie.
All of the Lights was, like, the song that cheated.
That shit. I think about when I hear All the Lights, I think about being at the airport for some weird ass reason. I tell my homies like so all the time. Like, it just feel like you're supposed to be at an airport, like getting the flight, doing something before you listening to that shit. So like I don't know, but he just Yanks on.
I mean, that shit is like one of the most like maximally produced songs ever. Like you had like 40 contributors to that song. Like even if the verse didn't end up on that, like fuck ton of artists had a verse, helped with production, something like that, and just everything from like the horns and keys on that, just like mad over the top. So I definitely see it. Like it definitely feels like something cinematic.
No cap. So I'll say that's probably my favorite. And then my favorite Lil Wayne is probably Solitude.
That's what I read. That was the first album I ever bought. My life. I had that as iTunes gift cards. And it was,
Die Trying was the first shit I ever bought.
damn, that's fire. We agreed Knuckles Upstate. That was also the first album in general. Yeah, that's like one of the greatest albums ever made in general.
Or Gower.
So like, what do you kind of listen to? But you say you just listen to your own shit though, right? For the most part, like when you,
For the most part.
so like when you're driving around and everything, you just listen to like unreleased shit that you have, or like shit you got out.
A whole bunch of me. I listen to my brothers. I listen to Even Dream. I listen to Nate Straight. I listen to Taco. I listen to Bobcat. So I listen to my team too. I listen to a few like local artists from time to time. But like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm an artist, but I just be trying to figure out what I gotta do and shit like that. So if an artist that I really like drop, I'll probably listen to that shit probably like the week after they drop and some shit. Like I'm gonna get to it, but I really just be trying to like figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. But my head, it's on my head. This shit is crazy, but I'll just be like, I like this, I don't like this. What do I want to do next? Like, what about now? Like, so it's always just you hear around this music and shit that I want. So
Yeah. So what's kind of like the next plans for rap villains in general? Like, are you guys like obviously making music together and shit like that? Is everybody dropping separate projects as like projects on your mind? Or are you guys just interested in growing and making like the best music you can right now?
I think my little brother Taco is dropping a project. I know me and him is dropping a project. But shit, whenever you think he's gonna drop project, you think you do whatever the fuck they want. You feel me? Like, so whatever you think he's gonna drop, then just let me know for real. But I know I personally told him I want to do a rap on the project and I want to do it the right way, and I just want it to be a really good introduction to us. Cause what made me want to do this shit again, I fucked in New York, bro. I'll tell you, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. ASAP. When I saw ASAP, bro, I'm like, I want to do this shit with me and my friends for. Cause I wanted to do it by myself, but when I seen all of those niggas, I'm like, yo, that shit just looks way more fun.
I agree. Art was always like the biggest inspiration in general. Because they were just lit. I mean, yeah, bro. Everybody's fashion shit was crazy. Like they were big artists, but they were never like people that were really fans of like that era. Knew like Gams, Ills, and Nas were all like super important and very influential people in New York, just in general. Like obviously Rocky and Ferg were giant people, but like for a group to come together and do that shit together. And then just like make everything like V-Long was the biggest like like clothing shit in New York at the time too, and they had the hottest shit.
And niggas was different. Like, I just like that it was different, so I could see a lot of what me and my guys do and what I feel like they were doing at the time. So it was just like, yo, that was kind of, in a way, a small model. Like, it was kind of a small model of what we wanted to tell you. So I just want to make a good project, a good cozy tapes, as you say, of me and my guys and shit like that, and do it the right way, going about the right way, trying to get it to DJs and shit like that.
Yeah, so you said you liked them because they like seem different. When you started rapping, when you were also like skating and like going to comic stores and stuff like that, was that like different at the time?
For me, so you need like being here, was it different?
Like, was it different to like, I want to be a rapper, but like I'm also into comics, I'm also into skating and shit like that, or was it like more normalized by that time?
I say for us, it wasn't like, all right, bro, I say we geech, and geechy means like dope, it means fly, it means you're cool. So like, we've always been geechy. So you know how they got like little jokes like a nigga that was watching anime with his hands like this and shit like that?
Yeah.
That wasn't us. From like, it wasn't us because you know where the fuck we came from. So we just knew how to move. And so people seeing that we wanted to rap, but also fuck with us for knowing that I like comic books and shit like that. It was never a, we getting played for that shit. A niggas playing around top for that shit and shit like that. It was just like, all right, cool. Like, these are the niggas that's different, but they cool and they want to rap. But if you from here and you really into that shit, you see what I'm saying? Then it's like, if you ain't know it's for free, you probably wasn't fucking with it type shit. And until you listen though, like, usually they niggas listen, like, or read us and be like, ah, these niggas cool as hell, nigga. But they really like us, they just ain't on that type of shit for real. So like, boom. It was kind of like that. So it really wasn't weird, nah. It was just, in Jersey, you just got to get in Jersey to support you, bro. That's probably just the only option to do for real. It was kind of harder back then, but I think it's getting easier as time goes on for real. But I still would tell somebody to venture out.
Yeah. Or just like go at your interests, honestly. Like if you're genuinely interested in something, I think like your passion will drive you to do other things too. And like, well, eventually you do get to the age where you're like, if you want to do something and people don't think it's cool or it's just like not a cool thing to do, at the end of the day, it's your life. And like you're gonna look back when you're 25 and like just like base all your decisions on like what other people thought were cool, and just be like, damn, my life is kind of ass right now. So like, I feel like that's honestly the best thing I've learned from doing this shit as well. And just like talking to other artists, that it's like I'm glad people like started to like go out their interests early in life, like in like high school and shit like that. Because there's a lot of people that didn't do it because they were like too scared of what other people thought. Like probably like 80% of people didn't in general. So even if you're working on that shit every day, you're working harder than like 80% of the people that didn't even try because they're scared to do that shit.
But bullshit, I stand on that for we didn't never give a fuck for real. So you still got this shit, you gonna keep going to this shit. So for me, fuck with it in mind, nigga, we coming. But outside of 10, bro, we can beat you, bro.
One thing I also wanted to like continue to talk on was like the fashion shit that you said you were into earlier.
What?
I feel like, because I mean, New York has its like fashion staples and like regular New York fashion and shit like that. Yeah. Is there a similarity in that? Like, I feel like people, it's just like whatever, Nike Tax, puffers, Tim's, shit like that. What is kind of like Jersey fashion in general? Like, is it like similar to that? Because it's definitely like somewhat of a similar style. But are there any like distinct differences? Like when you would see two people dressed in like some like streetwear shit, could you tell like this person's Jersey and this one's from New York?
Shit, you like me. So like we wear Tim's and shit, but niggas wear H&G's over here. Like Snow Top, we wear like North Face pants and shit. A lot of North Face shit, just period. Niggas do Nike Takes, bro. I just think niggas do Nike Takes. It's period.
Yeah.
I think that y'all got a real exotic kind of like flavor to y'all. Like depending on I guess where you're at, but like y'all be women out there. I think we more conservative. You feel me? But we like to throw that shit on for a different way and shit. So I think I could tell the difference between a New York nigga and a New Jersey nigga, but at the same time, it's kind of get mixed with a lot of shit. We all, like, we right next to each other.
Yeah, so, yeah. I feel like you guys were ahead of beanies and shit, though. I'm gonna like, hella people are I wear a fuck ton of beanies now. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of, like, that was, like, a more thing in Jersey. And I see a lot of, like, Jersey club artists wearing beanies, like, a couple of years ago. And now that's, like, what everybody was wearing.
Y'all doing that shit, too, when you go, wow, nigga, like, bro, ain't y'all, like, ain't there, like, two meccas of fashion, like, Paris and New York?
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest difference about like when you walk around anywhere in New York, you'll just see crazier outfits with a lot of color. Like no one's like when I think of popping out, it's just like dope brands, dope pieces. But like I feel like some other people in New York, when they think of popping out, they're wearing a lot of color and a lot of like $200 like that.
Niggas got one more expense to go get like an Arizona, like and bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, and it's like that's a cool hard fit. But like even like where we grew up, and I feel like in Jersey in general, like when people are like this is the hardest fits, it's just a little bit more clean.
I also feel like when the people in New York, it's like you have to just wear designer fits or like are big on brands, but then also like motherfuckers they'll just be at the thrift and just have a closet full of everything.
We took over
crazy different shit.
We took over really crazy. We took over really crazy. Something. But my cameraman Chuck be going over there to fuck with y'all shit. Y'all got some crazy ass stuff. I go fast. You can find like bait, separate fucking Louis V or whatever's Louis V like private. Y'all got some. We don't got all that over here. You know what I mean? But that shit y'all thrift store is a little crazy. You on the right thing. I all shit short.
So I fuck with the Vans though. That was like the one shoe that was like I feel like has always been a staple. I really always fucked with Vans that you can't really get away from them. But like they were never that. Like, I don't want to say crazy popular in New York, but, like, on airfields like that, I feel like...
Oh, they're everywhere.
Do you think?
I don't know. I feel like definitely, like, skaters and shit wore...
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, word it wasn't, niggas.
I feel like they're getting, like, a huge resurgence now, though, in general, too. Like,
I've been wearing Vans since high school, so, like, nigga, this shit is really regular to me for her. And I just wear them with shorts. So, nigga, they just comfortable. Like, this is just my life and shit like that. So, I just been wearing Vans forever. But I do feel like everybody been wearing Vans forever. Like, I don't know why. In my head, I feel like motherfuckers been wearing them bitches forever.
I feel like it was, like, big in, like, skater culture, but, and then it really had a really big scene when skinny jeans were hot. But I feel like then skate... Yeah. Like, I feel like that was, like... But, like, in general, like, for people that just, like, dress regular, like, Vans had a big moment, and they weren't popular.
I feel like Vans and, like, Converse kind of low-key got bigger because of, like, weightlifting, too. Like,
oh, you know, niggas be here. It's like last year. Said niggas will be. You see hella niggas in the Vans going stupid. Yeah, you definitely right.
Yeah, Nike bleed.
Is that going nowhere, Brian? But hold you. I think Vans and Converse is like they just steady. Like they probably, you know what I'm saying, but fluctuate and shit. But I think that's just a sneaker like an Air Force One. Like that shit gonna like forever be there type shit. So niggas won't wear Vans.
What was shopping kind of like? Like if you really got to go get shit, do you go to New York or like malls and shit like that? Is that like a bigger thing out here, or is it just like New York is like the mecca for just like getting drip?
I personally didn't start going to New York until I got with these niggas in high school for and that was rarely. They just probably going to New York more than me. I was just more like Montclair. I grow up. I go to Mellow. That's a mall. I go to Jersey Garden. I go to like a villa or at least some shit over here type shit. But when I started getting with these niggas and going over in New York, I had crazy shit. Like, so it's like, I started fucking with you.
What about concerts and shit like that? Did you go to any concert? You've never been to a concert?
In your life?
To my life to this day. To this day. I done opened up to niggas and shit like that. What's the nigga name? Riff Raff. I opened up for the nigga that I had that song, Get With Me. And then the Thighs Are Silly. And him and that, with Philly and some shit like that.
Yeah.
I opened up for that nigga. I opened up for Cash Cobain.
What was that like? Lit?
Yeah, he came in with LO on the rock.
Right, bro. That shit is crazy. No, but I feel like that's so much strategy because his music and just his beats in general, it's like...
I mean, yeah, this beat at the show when he came in, I've seen a few entourages in general that big, but definitely women. Yeah,
the people. It was hella bitches on there. I would never lie. I keep it a buck, but that's just crazy. And he did his thing for him. So I could say in that way, but no, I've never went to a concert that I wasn't gonna like perform at and shit like that. I want to. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
We don't have that shit over here. Nigga, like we do now. We got Prudential Center and some niggas come. You feel me? Like, but it wasn't like that for real when I was like.
Even then, those concerts be expensive as fuck though too.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of just like a lot of concerts be like $200, $300.
Niggas not saying like,
little baby.
I go like. Niggas not saying, niggas getting odd, bro. Niggas about to buy some weed. Niggas not saying, baby. Shout out, little baby, bro. But that shit, nah. In Jersey, just niggas not doing that. Niggas like, yo, I go out. Niggas gonna be like, for real, believe it or not. Niggas to be like, oh, Drake coming like to the Prudential. The fuck that mean? But in New York, it's like, Drake come to the Prudential. We gotta go. Let's go. Like, homies. Like, for me, I always kinda wanted a life like that. But that shit ain't over here. You feel me? So, it's just a different vibe, bro. It's just a different vibe type shit.
what type of other shit, like, take me through, if you were to say, like, 14, 15, Saturday, you had nothing to do. Wake up, it's the first thing you're doing. Looks like 15. Day in the life. What's that like? Like, growing up, fake shit.
Freshman, sophomore, type shit. All right. But I'm not with one of these niggas. I'm probably gonna be one of these niggas, bro. I'm not smoking weed if it's at 14. But if it's at 15, I'm smoking weed. Got it.
So it was kind of the switch there, though. And not to break up the story or anything, but like,
First time about high.
yeah.
It was my brother Myles. Shout out my brother Myles and shit like that. He gonna clip this shit. But my brother Myles just said he used to smoke hella weed, and he just was. I had him over one time. Still funny that story. I had him over my crib or whatever. Actually, this shit. I had him over my crib and shit. He was going to like a cookout and shit. He always smoked weed and shit. So yeah, weed with him, but I had no idea and shit. So he just sprung it on me like, "Yo, you want to smoke some weed tonight?" And I mean, I'm bullshit. I'm like, "Yeah, I want to smoke weed." And they be like, "Oh yeah, you about to hide me faded." Until the nigga like really showed me like, "Yeah, some weed." I'm like, "Oh, you tripping?" I'm like, "Nah, put that away, nigga. I don't think so." But the day goes on, and shit like that. And we get back to my crib with my grandmother, and we go downstairs in my backyard. I got like a big ass fucking backyard, bro, and shit is crazy. I live in an apartment building, so got a big ass backyard, hella benches and shit like that. So he like, it was White Widow weed and shit like that. Shit green? All right, cool. Yeah, all right, cool. Fuck it. And he was rolling that shit up. We smoked that shit. You feel me? I'm like, all right, cool. I'm hitting light. He like, yo, just hit that shit a little bit harder. Hold that shit in for like a couple like seconds of shit. For me, I start coughing. You know, when you hit the coughing, everybody start jumping off you. Oh yeah, he about to be high now. Shit, all right. Feel me? So, boom, we done with that shit. I'm like, I'm cool. Like, he's like, that's it. Like, I don't even. He cool. I go upstairs. I kid y'all not, man. Listen, I really love my grandmother. I'm a very, very nice grandson, right? I get upstairs. As soon as I open the door, I'm like, man, I was fucking hungry. Oh my God. What the fuck did I just say? Feel me? My grandma like, what you say? I said, nothing, type shit. I go in the bathroom, right? A nigga trying to sit on the motherfucking toilet, but like, I just turn to the wall, like, and I just sit down on the ground. I'm like, sitting spinning in this chick. I go there, I'm like, never again. I'm never doing this shit again ever in my life. Like, hell no. Because I felt like I was moving. And then I calmed down and shit. And I give it like, I swear to God, like 5 minutes after that out of the bathroom. I'm like, no, I'm going to do this shit again. Yeah, it's hard. And I remember that after that I was hard. But that shit was the crazy experience.
Like, I was fire after that.
Yeah, it was fire after that. After that, it was cool. I didn't have any fat trips and no shit like that. But I almost got my ass beat that night, and that should have been terrible for me.
Yeah, it would have been a good first time. That's funny. I feel like when I know that I got too high is when you just like sit in an uncomfortable ass spot.
Yeah.
Like I usually do in the bathroom, like I'll just be on the floor scrolling, the couch right there, but it's just won't.
Yeah, ass hurt now and shit. Like, no, they will fuck you. Like, just your mind know like that your ass hurt, but you just not moving, bro. That shit is crazy. Like, we just crazy though.
My biggest thing is the breathing, bro. Like when your breathing changes from automatic to manual, and you gotta just like.
So automatic. I know exactly.
Start like and then you start just like thinking like, yo, yeah, when was the last time I took a breath?
Tell you shit.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, that should be fucking up. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, but it just makes me laugh now. Like,
yeah, like I'm way past all that shit type shit. I'm high right now, bro. I'm high as fuck. I smoked 2 blunts. I was trying to read it y'all for a bit. They said y'all was in and shit. So I was like, oh, fuck.
Damn, I'm with it. That shit. I usually don't smoke before the podcast, but whatever.
That's a story.
There's like certain work I can do high, and then certain shit, like, I'd rather, you know what I mean?
He's a good man.
It's just
I'm about to get him fried at situations. Okay, I know. I was still like, hey, nigga. Nah, I used to be like that too. I ain't gonna lie. I used to not smoke before. No, actually, I don't smoke before a show.
I'm not gonna lie, like I would get in my head, like not even from like talking to you, but just like with the cameras.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get in my head about a show, like you guys, these niggas for real when we done with this shit. I have my headphones and I'm just playing my song over and over. That shit. You may think like I don't fuck with you at all and shoot shit, but I do. I love him for real, bro. But I just want to like make sure that I'm on top of what I'm doing, or thinking about like how I'm about to have the crowd react, or things that I have to say before, or making niggas interact, or my lyrics, and just making sure like that every performance I try to treat that shit like it's like.
Yeah, bro. I hate when people think like weed is like the thing that makes people lazy. I feel like lazy people are just lazy.
Lazy people shouldn't smoke weed.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh my fucking buy a good shirt. in a shirt. And push on logo on shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like what, like a lot of people like use weed like artistically or even just like as a motivator too.
Yeah.
There's a ton of people that smoke before they work out and go to the gym room too. Like it's not like that's like the biggest stereotype.
And it's like most you use I right. You got you got all your reps and nigga, you can
Probably got him a couple more.
it's the best. Happy Gorilla. Smoking dope turned me to a superhero. Yeah.
Where you live? Oh, wait. Speaking of that, though, yeah. How you feel about, like, that album concept? Because, nigga, I love heroes and villains.
Yeah, that shit had to be crazy.
That shit kind of hurt our feelings. I go wild, but it was so hard that I brought you on work with Metro, bro. It was like, all right, cool, bro. We rap on them, bro. So if you want some shit like that, please come work with us, bro. Like, come find out, bro. I said you will amaze you, bro, with that production. If I was a producer, I would make beats like that for us. That was what it sounded like. Insane. The little Jersey Club.
That had to be sick as fuck though, just in general too. Like I mean, and it was just crazy successful.
Yeah, hell yeah, nigga, that shit. And he just did the Spider-Verse shit. And
He's going crazy.
He's going crazy. I don't know. He's going crazy. He's doing his thing. And that shit all sound like some shit that like would go in a comic book, bro. Like it's crazy. No,
Yeah, like a medicine, is it?
yeah, it made me feels like. All right, so you watch superhero movies and shit like that. You go back to like Sam Raimi, you know, the first Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire and shit.
Yeah.
That nigga's making music that fits that when you saving Mary Jane real fast.
Yeah.
Or when the nigga's standing on the top of the building and the shit all over and shit. So like he's really like making that vibe and I'm like, yo, this nigga's fucking insane.
Yeah, I fuck with projects that just have like bigger themes to them in general.
Yeah.
Or like actually stick to themes. Like I really love like a whole lot of Red Astro and shit like that. What was kind of the theme you wanted to pursue with like the project?
No. Lust and love, for real. That's what I just want to try to do. Both sides of how I feel. Or like I said, not being the hate and the love type shit. So when you listen to it, it's 14 tracks, man. The first 7 is lust or breakups or heartbreaks or shit that I've went through or just ball out music or fuck a bitch or, you know what I mean? That type shit. The latter half of that shit is more of love. Like, I care about you or I wanted love or I love you or she loves me. Just more of a love thing to show the duality of how I was feeling in that, on that project.
You know, any shout outs or anything like that? Any major shout outs?
Any last word?
Shit, that's honestly reason. Shout out Rat Women. Niggas know what the fuck is going on. Shout out my team. I love my brothers to death. Shout out my cadets. I love you guys. Shout out anybody that's supporting me, whopping me and my niggas. Shout out you brothers. I'm gonna show both of y'all hands.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate y'all for having me. This is an honor. I watch y'all niggas all the time. This shit was surreal, no funny shit. I seen y'all niggas.
I appreciate that a lot, bro. That's love.
I seen y'all niggas in New York. I ain't gonna lie. I said to this nigga, oh, I know them niggas me on TikTok.
Yeah, we got the Lucki show.
Right now, you're the Lucki show. Shout out Lucki, because this is why I'm here, nigga, no bullshit. But, yeah, I just want to shout out my team. I want to shout out everybody that support me. Please follow me on the gram, man, at Ali Rocket. Follow me on Twitter at Ali Rocket RV. Listen, I Hate That You Love Me. It was a really good project, man, from the Jersey artist, when I'm doing my thing. I'm going to continue doing my thing. I'm going to continue to grow. Just fuck with the kid, man. We just doing what the fuck we love, but I ain't gonna lie. No bullshit. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, guys. No bullshit. This is Hey,
We out.
Peace.
right on. That shit was hard.